What up, what up? Happy Monday, boys and girls. This is episode 99 of Crew Talk Sports. Quick shout outs to Young Ho Koo for one of the worst kicks I've ever personally seen live on Monday night. Shout out to our boy, Big Dick Nick Benito. My God, Dante. We got Commanders, Broncos recap. We got NFL breaking news. We got a little college football. I definitely need a couple opinions on that crazy Lane Kiffin madness. A lot of stuff bouncing around in the NFL. Sweating a Nuggets bet right now, too. So, Dante, how was your weekend, brother?
It was good. A little tired. Up too late last night watching that game. Stressed out. Another win. 10-2. Everyone's on Twitter saying, "Oh, worst 10-2 team ever." I'm not going to apologize. It's hard to win in the NFL, but I'm doing good. Happy to be here on a Monday.
Yeah. No, man. A win is a win in the NFL, dude. I mean, yesterday's games, just basically all the games, man. I mean, it's a lot of inconsistency, and I think like right now, just catching a dub is hands down the most important thing. Boots on ground in Washington. Shout out to the Commander fans. Not too crazy. It was kind of shitty because I was expecting this to be like a really big game early on in the season. However, anyways, a dub is a dub. So, wanted to get your opinions on that game, Dante. Tight butt cheeks all around. We'll say, if Jaden Daniels plays, do they win? Maybe. Shout out to my boy Debo, dog, Terry McLaurin. It just goes to show you, like, if we had those weapons, in my opinion. I mean, how many drops do we have again, dude? Again.
Yes. Even Pat Bryant was having some drops out there, and he's usually pretty solid.
Yeah, Pat Bryant was dropping shit. Evan Ingram dropped 2, but he ended up making that big play in OT, right? Sutton ended up scoring, of course, the fucking game I bet Troy Franklin. Harvey looked good. Harvey looked good, I will say.
Did he look good? Did he look good?
I mean, he gets ragdolled every time he gets tackled, bro. Every time he gets tackled, he's like, it's like me tackling Lou out here on the couch. Just absolute suplex.
The thing with Denver is we're far enough in the season that they've been the same team all year. They've got the same strengths and the same weaknesses. I mean, I feel like teams have figured them out by now, and I don't really know what needs to change, but it's just like the same thing every time. You start a little slow. Defense is there. This week, defense was giving up some plays, but it was penalties and mistakes, and it was Riley Moss getting burned. And I've been a big Riley Moss supporter, and I've been trying to tell people, cut him some slack, but I think you're right on your take, and he's a liability out there because we already know that Surtain's going to lock down his side of the field. And then you leave Moss just out there, and basically dudes are just trying to get a passing interference against him. They're not even going for the ball. It's a little bit ridiculous. He's getting burned. He got burned at least 2 or 3 different times. And you even text in the group chat and you're like, watch Riley Moss right here. And then 2 plays later, boom, end zone. So,
I mean, we're watching it, obviously boots on ground. I'm there. I mean, it's just when he gets isolated out there, far side, it's literally like the play call is find 21, move him out, and just throw it downfield. Like, it's just like, don't even worry about anything else. And it's like, I don't know how, can we move a safety over there? It's hard. We're blitzing a lot, so we don't have additional people to really help them out. But, if I'm seeing it, obviously other teams are. I think in the playoffs, I think we could really be fucked by something that he does, man, like a flag. I don't know. Did he have a flag yesterday?
No,
just toast.
Just toast. I'd like to see maybe a little more Jahdae Barron. He's been looking good and coming on strong. He's kind of got that, like, some DBs just have that sense for the ball. I think he's kind of got that skill. He hasn't been able to come up with them, but he makes a lot of like diving plays where he's right there. So maybe see what he's got. I don't know. You got Abe's Dream. He held up pretty well when Surtain was out. So I think Riley Moss I like his attitude, and I like he'll get burned and he's still just as cocky and confident, which you got to kind of respect a little bit. But at the same time, it's like maybe not every down. If it's a 3rd and long situation, he might not be the guy you want out there.
No, yeah, I know, man. I agree. It's just because what's coming. It's inevitable.
Right.
You're right. Defense didn't look too good. I will say that was a phenomenal catch by the homie in the corner of the end zone. That was right in front of
Yes.
us.
Yes.
I mean, that was a great catch. Puka Nakua's catch too. Did you get eyes on that fucking catch that he made?
Yes, that was Puka's catch was crazy. That Burks, he did it too, and he had a broken hand. He had like a cast on his hand. Um, and funny enough about him, Denver brought him in the building and tried to sign him, but he ended up signing with the Commanders instead. So
Yeah.
might, might have been nice.
Shout out to our boy Von Miller. Saw him out there running around. Sertan walked right past me. After the game, I went up there because they got like the Sunday night football crew.
Oh
He was
yeah.
on there. He walked like right past me. I should have fucking I told Jordan, I'm like, I'm gonna do the accidental drop my phone, hoping that he sees it and picks it up. But I couldn't do it. I should have threw him the crew talk hat
You
though,
should have thrown the
honestly.
crew talk hat.
Just
Yes.
been like, just quick picture, bro. We got AI, we could do that shit.
That crew
Yeah,
talk hat was making its way around DC. I saw too.
it
Times
was.
Square.
Yeah. It was on Honest to Abe. Oh, dude, I got a funny story, and I'm not trying to be like racist, all right? I'm not a racist guy, dude. So we're at the Lincoln Memorial, right? I don't know if you've been there before. You been to Washington
No,
before?
no.
Okay, Lincoln Memorial is super cool. It's tons of people, right? We're all like taking pictures. You walk up the stairs. I mean, dude, there's thousands of people around there, right? You got the place where Martin Luther King did his speech right there. So it's really cool. It's really like definitely a sight to see. We're taking pictures and you just hear like this Asian family. This shit had me dead, dude. He's like, oh, Abraham Lincoln, real good guy, president not too long ago. I couldn't take it serious after that. I was like, I gotta get out of here, dude. It was so funny, man. But yeah, it was cool. We saw some other sights out there, but obviously the best part was a big Broncos dub. I was rooting for the Giants tonight. I mean, we'll get into the rest of the league, but I mean, dude, Drake May's looking good. In my opinion, this Patriots team's dialed in. You know, Vrabel's a great coach, too. They're just kicking the shit out of the G-men. Young Hoku, that's a
Worst
cuttable
kick I've ever
offense.
seen.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's a cuttable offense, bro. It really is a cuttable offense. I don't know what
Yeah.
else to say.
He lost his swagger. That's why the Falcons cut him already.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, let's get into some NFL breaking news. So, starting in division, Chargers, Justin Herbert, he had surgery. I heard he's saying that he wants to play already this week. So, it's day to day right now, but well, we'll see. Uh, Chargers they won as well, but Rams,
Yes.
Kyron Williams, and Devontae Adams both left game early against the Panthers, which was a great game. I don't think it was anything major as well. Shout out to Kyron Williams for cashing my parlay though this weekend. I was fucking begging for it. Devontae Adams does catch a touchdown every game, by the way. Stafford,
Yes.
like literally, I don't even think it's like a design play. I think it's just, hey, oh fuck it, I'm gonna throw it to you real quick. Eagles offensive coordinator house egged. I didn't see that. What happened
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. So apparently, over the weekend, they were threw rocks and egged his house. The Eagles fans they're rioting over losing their third game of the season. So
I know, dude. This just could never make those guys happy. Almond Brown. This guy killed me too on Thanksgiving. Did not practice, ankle injury. I didn't see it. I know he left early. Is it bad? Is it a strain? What is it?
yeah, sprained ankle. They said that. Well, originally they said it wasn't long term. It should be fine. Still early in the week, so we'll see what happens. But nothing major. Nothing. If he misses this week, he should be back the next. But Lions, they've got to win every game they can. They're in trouble a little bit.
I'll tell you who's in trouble, dude. It's the Vikings. JJ
Yes.
McCarthy expected back from concussion.
Did
Rumor out of Minnesota is they're already sick of him. That backup quarterback. Did you see the play when he was scrambling and he just fucking threw it and it was a
yes.
pick six?
The worst throw
why
I've ever
is
seen in my life.
why is there so many bad quarterbacks, man? I mean, just go get Jameis Winston, bro. I don't know why it's rocket science.
Yeah, I saw the Vikings are apparently looking at maybe signing Daniel Jones back. So
I
because
know,
he's
but
on a 1-year deal with the Colts.
yeah, but why would the Colts do that, bro? I mean, fuck, and put Anthony Richardson there. You got to start
No,
thinking like,
well, it's up to him, but yeah.
yeah, you got to start thinking is like who's better than JJ McCarthy? Anthony Richardson? Would you take Anthony Richardson over him?
I think I would.
I would take Mariota. I would take
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota right now. I mean, dude, they're gonna fuck around and lose Jay Jettis, bro. He's getting pissed. You could
He had
tell.
-2 yards, I'm pretty sure. this weekend. It
Yeah.
was bad.
Yeah, the Vikings are in trouble, man. They have the quarterback guru too, which is interesting that they're dicking around so much. They were kind of begging for Carson Wentz to be back. Colts, speaking of Colts, Sauce Gardner suffered calf injury. I saw he left early. The Colts, in my opinion, are kind of low key frauds, but um, Texans, that kind of was a big win for the Broncos as well in a way.
Yeah,
A
it
really
was.
bad win for the Chiefs. I was looking at the breakdown there. That's fucking great for us as well. Vikings, Aaron Jones left game, shoulder injury, a lot of fantasy implications here. Mike Evans, the GOAT, could return to practice. The Bucks, man, low key, they beat the Cardinals, but I saw Bucky's back, he scored, but like I don't know what's up with the Bucks. I feel like they're inconsistent too, dude. Like that whole division is just inconsistent to me.
Yeah, and
Uh
I think they play the Bucks and Panthers play a couple times coming up, so those are going to be huge games for that division.
Yeah, Panthers, no quitting them. I started them in fantasy as my defense in DFS.
Nice.
Took second. Adam Thielen. This is kind of fucked up in my opinion. He asked to be released so he could go sign with a better team. I kind of like this for the Broncos. I wouldn't mind bringing him in, but it's kind of just mediocre already, which would add to the mediocreness in my opinion. Broncos did try to. We brought in Elijah Moore for a visit. Again, I know there's not that much out there, but obviously we need some help, dude. I think Sean Payton knows it too.
Yeah, I think like you said though, these guys we're going to bring in, they're no better than what we have. So then you're just, I'd rather see Pat Bryant out there than Adam Thielen.
Yeah, I'd feel a lot better watching Pat Bryant drop a couple passes, honestly, than fucking Elijah Moore.
I will
You
say
know?
Vele was making some plays this weekend for the Saints.
I know, man. I'm interested. I'm kind of like, fuck. Should we have kept him? But who would we have gotten? We don't really utilize Mims consistently
Well,
enough. One game he'll take over. The next game we just don't even fucking use him. So
my
it's like, what are we doing?
my buddy was texting me during the game about Mims, and I was like, I think Mims is honestly fifth on the depth chart. I think Franklin and Pat Bryant are obviously both ahead of him as far as like routes run and stuff. Mims is basically just a returner at this point. What do you think?
Yeah, which sucks because I think you could utilize him, especially he spreads the offense around too.
It
Uh, it just spreads it. It makes it more open, in my opinion. Even if you could have him in motion, just doing some sorts of shit. But I mean, Sean Payton has 99 substitutions coming on and off the field. Again, I feel like I really, really notice it when I'm
right.
at the games. It's so much shit going on, dude. I mean, and we're always on these like heavy offensive run sets, and then fucking Hardaway just missed a three. Goddamn.
Real quick, shout out our guy, Mr. First Down, Sam. He was filling in for you
Oh yeah,
Friday.
I saw that. Yeah,
We went almost 2 hours just talking ball. So shout out Sam.
yeah. Shout out to Sam. What up, bro? Um, yeah, man. Mims underutilized. I don't know. You're right. It's just a bunch of mediocre in that room. Let's get into recap. NFL 13 recap. So starting off, Saints Dolphins. I don't even know what you want me to say, Dante. Great work. I was on the +5.5 with my Saints,
The
just because.
Dolphins almost blew this game. The Saints they like had to go to review, recovered an onside kick. Miami tried everything they could to blow this game. It was
Did
crazy.
they? You love to
Yeah, it
see
was
it.
bad.
49ers killed the Browns. Shadur didn't look too good, I heard. Um, 49ers are legit, in my opinion. That's a tough division, dude. That's
I
could be the
agree.
best division in football. Jags, my Jags, piss pound the Titans. You love to see it. Titans, I'm sorry, Miss Sam, bro. But my Jags are I saw Lawrence, I think. Didn't he have a bozo play too? I
He
swear I
did.
thought yeah. He had a bozo play, right?
Yeah, this Broncos Jags game coming up in a couple weeks. It's low key a big game, dude. Low key. I mean, come on. The
I'm
Jags
not.
are winning some games.
I'm not worried about the Jags. Shout out to Travis Etienne for fucking me in fantasy and in everything. Colts, big dub. Texans, big dub against the Colts, sticking in that division. Texans defense, 100% legit. I saw Danny Dimes wasn't fully healthy. Could we
Yeah,
see an Anthony Richardson in there? If so, I'm sorry, Colts fans, man, because
I think it's like a Jackson Dart situation where that coach is going to do everything he can to keep Danny Jones on the field. So, for the Colts' sake, I hope not. But they are fading fast, and I think if anyone's a fraud, it's the Colts. I know they beat the Broncos, leverage, shouldn't have beat them, but they're getting
Leverage.
figured out really quick.
Shout out to the most inconsistent team I've ever seen. Falcons losing to the Jets. I know you had the Falcons in your money line parlays, you sick degen. Spread was 3. I would have been on the Jets +3, dude. The Falcons, then they would have won for sure.
Kirk Cousin looks miserable out there. I mean, he is horrible. The thing that really upsets me with the Falcons is they just forget they have Bijan Robinson. They just like don't use him for 3 drives in a row because they got Tyler Algier out there running 3 yards in the back of his own line. It's so frustrating to watch. Embarrassing.
Yeah, Nuggets down 10 right now against the now they're down 8 against the Dallas Mavericks, man.
How's Cooper Flag looking?
He just scored like 6 points in a row. Okay, Cardinals lose to the Bucks. Jacoby Brissett's playing pretty well. I saw actually was following this game a little bit. Igbuka killed me as well. Baker saw that he played. I was thinking about starting Trevor Lawrence instead of Baker too, bro. Should have, but I was like, fuck it, I can't do it. Cardinals. I don't know what they're doing, dude. I mean, Kyler Murray might just be a Raider sooner than we know it. Vikings, dude. I would go after Kyler Murray. I think that makes sense for me as well. It's just expensive. It's just expensive, you know. Rams, Panthers. This was the game that I watched. Incredible effort by the Panthers. You know what was funny about this though? They were blowing on the pregame. They're blowing Stafford. You know, MVP candidate for sure. They're like, he hasn't thrown a pick in fucking since Nam. Literally goes out there, throws back-to-back picks.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, they spoke that to existence there. Devontae Adams scores again. Puka Nacua, incredible catch. But the Panthers don't quit. I will say this game, though, there's 2 different 4th downs where Carolina not only converted the 4th down, they scored on the play. So good for them. But, you know, I just thought that was interesting way to lose if you're the Rams. They were like 4th and 4s, 4th and 7s, and they just threw it deep both times. No cover 2, nothing over top. So
yeah, Stafford, he was pissed at himself after that last one too. You could tell
fumble.
he wanted that one back. Yeah.
Well, they were in field goal range, trying to potentially score. A little over 2 minutes left, and that was an interesting fumble there by Stafford. He had 3 turnovers that game. Speaking of just turnover city, shout out to my Maple Lake, Minnesota people. Vikings 0, Seattle 26. My God, bro.
I feel bad for that QB out there for the Vikings. I mean, he had no business being out there.
Shout out to my boy TJ Lovato with the hat. You know about it, bud. You know about it. He just texted me. Bills, Steelers. Okay, I didn't really see what happened. This is probably when I started going downhill personally. The Bills, it looked like Josh Allen didn't have like the best game, but Aaron Rodgers got hurt again, or was he hurt already? And then Fire Tomlin was being chanted out there.
Yeah, Bills pretty much just put belt ass on the Steelers. Josh Allen had a rushing touchdown. The Steelers offense just could do nothing. Rodgers got like sacked really hard and was bleeding from his forehead. They had to put like a band-aid on it.
Good, bro.
Mason Rudolph came in with he's got a porn stash going. Yeah, it looked horrible. Steelers fans are chanting Fire Tomlin. It's just not good in Pittsburgh.
I don't know about the Steelers. I mean, it'd be interesting to hear from a Steelers fan, but I don't think Tomlin's going to get fired. I think that's more of a situation where he decides to leave. I don't think that he'll ever get fired. That's not like a Pittsburgh Steeler thing to do, in my opinion.
They'll part ways, 100%.
Yeah, like a mutually part ways, or I would expect him to be in a booth for like a year or 2 years and then go to like, you know, somewhere else. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if he takes a college, which we're about to get into, a college gig. That'd be kind of fun to see. Chargers piss pound the Raiders. Raiders continuously to be one of the worst teams I've ever seen. Shout out to Brock Bowers, though. Great one-handed touchdown. He's still killing it. So's McBride. I see these guys, McBride, Bowers, and I'm like, Christ, dude. If we had a fucking go-to security blanket, it would be so much easier for Bo. I loved how he started running there towards the end, too. I was screaming just to run it. Okay. Anything else NFL-wise? How'd your fantasy teams do? I caught an L in one league.
Yeah.
The other league, I'm clawing back. Your boys in Moose Piss City. Did you?
Two dubs, and we talked about it. My eliminators, I'm still live in my eliminator. I had the Seahawks this week, so We'll have to hit the lab and give me another lock for this week. But pretty far along in the season to still be alive. I'm happy
Yes.
with that.
Yeah, is that the circa people wanna know? Is that the circa $1,000,000 one?
Yes, no, it's the free ESPN one. I think 25,000 to first place. So hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, let's just do a quick preview here of what you got brewing potentially. I mean, it might be the Broncos. You already used them, didn't you?
Yes,
Oh
I've got
god.
some decent teams left though. Here, let me pull it up. So this week, looking ahead, we're looking at
Have you used the Bucks?
that's who I have selected for this week is the Bucks.
You could do Bucks. Rams, have you used I would assume you use them.
Yes, I've used the Rams.
Have you used the Chiefs yet? Well, that's
Yeah,
scary too.
yep. So I've
Who
got
haven't you used?
this week. I was between the Bucks over the Saints or the Bills and the Bengals, but that was before Joe Burrow was back. So
Yeah, stay
now
away.
I have the Packers still. They play the Bears.
No.
Um,
What about have you used the Browns?
no, I
Ooh.
do have the Browns still. That's like a sneaky one.
Oh.
Yes, Cam Ward
Ugh.
versus Shador. So I've got
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is.
the
That's right.
Bucks lined up this week. And then after that, the next week I've got the 49ers. They play the Titans. And then I have the Bills the week after that. They play against the Dolphins, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, they play the Browns.
Still.
And then week 17, I've got the Bengals. They play the Cardinals.
Ooh.
And then here you go. Week 18. You need a team that's fighting for their life at the end of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
The Jags over the Titans.
That could be pretty surgical, honestly. Who fucks that up? My Jags. They lose. They
So,
get kicked out of the playoffs.
it's fluid. We'll keep it going, but we got a shot.
You did. Didn't you pick the Jets? Who did you pick the Jets against? And they ended up winning.
Let's see. I did have some crazy picks at the beginning of the season, which is kind of how you have to do it a little bit. Like I've had Miami.
You picked you picked them over the Commanders. I remember we were sweating that one.
My week 1 pick was the Cardinals. So I've used the Steelers. And those are pretty much all the questionable ones I've used.
Yeah.
And
Well, we could break it down more Wednesday as well for you because yeah, you'll have to not fuck that up because
yeah.
Crew Talks needs some new hats. That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, they're selling out Cyber Monday. Crew
Yeah,
Talk.
Cyber Monday on sale. Nuggets 4th straight loss at home.
Nuggets on
What's
a little
going
bit of a
on?
skid, honestly.
Everybody's
But
hurt, bro.
now AG is the engine of that team. I'll say that over and over. I mean, when he's not there, they're a different team.
Who?
Aaron Gordon, AG.
Aaron
Yeah.
Gordon. I know, dude. He's a dog. Let's talk college football, man. I was all over this fucking game. Both of these,
Yes.
actually. Texas beating Texas A&M. To me, this is the freest bet of all time. I knew that they were not going to lose to their sons. Texas A&M, who I've been saying is actually legit. Turns out they could. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Texas A&M, but Texas, for one, they needed the dub. They got the dub. What was your thoughts on that game? Arch Manning is starting to come around, dude. Let's
Yes.
just be real, dude. If I don't give a fuck if Texas is the 12th seed, this isn't a team anybody's trying to play, bro. I mean, like nobody.
If they get in, so Texas has 3 losses now.
Yeah,
And I think Wednesday once the ranking comes out tomorrow, we can break down the whole college football playoff because it's insane. There's legit 15 teams that I would say deserve to be in. So it's pretty crazy. But this game, it was just like A&M always does that. They lose the big game. And little schedule note, so Texas A&M didn't play a top 8 team in the SEC until Texas this year. They played the complete bottom half of the conference. So
yeah,
that made me a little nervous. They beat Notre Dame, but by 1 point, and Notre Dame easily could have won that game. So, and then Texas is a different team at home versus on the road. So I could have definitely seen a world where Texas A&M won, but I think Texas was the bet, and that's who we were all on. So that was
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we're on Texas A&M. We're on Ohio State too. I don't see a team beating them this year again. Those wide receivers are legit. The quarterback, I think I could play quarterback. I'm not saying that he's playing bad, but I could probably be quarterback throwing up to Jeremiah Smith, no problem. Michigan, it'll be interesting to see how they do next year with Underwood developing. But
Yeah, he
I
looked
didn't get
rough.
tough defense too, dude. I'm telling you, Ohio
Very good.
State.
Yeah, this game, like it was close at halftime, and then Ohio State scored like right before the half. And I was like, oh, this is like another one of those games. And then Ohio State just came out second half and just dominated them. I mean, it was crazy. The team that's won this game since 2001 every year has had the most rushing yards is who wins the game. And Ohio State had like 78 more yards rushing than them. So just
Yeah,
fit.
first time in 5 years, right? 4 years,
Yeah,
5 years.
yeah,
Big win
5
for
years.
Brian Day. Oregon beats Washington 26-14. I think I saw 12th straight road win for the Ducks.
They're getting
Uh,
hot right
Big
time.
Ten is, yeah, Big Ten looking scary. LSU, Oklahoma. LSU not playing for anything, but we're going to get into it. Oklahoma catches a sneaky dub. They needed a win. If they would have lost that, they would have
Must
kissed the
win.
playoffs goodbye.
Yep.
They're hanging around the SEC. Shout out to them. Bama beats Auburn. The Iron Bowl. Don't care, dude. I've been saying this too. Don't care how bad one of the two teams is, dude. It's going to be a tight game. It was a really good game.
Especially
Auburn
because,
that dude fumbled at the end, which is the
yes.
reason why they lost
And
potentially.
Alabama was up 17-3 early, and so for Auburn to come back was pretty impressive, honestly. But Ty Simpson's kind of got that dog in him. 3 touchdowns. He was making plays, scrambling away. Good win for
No, he's
Alabama.
good. He's good. It's going to be interesting to see how he does in the NFL. I had him in college football fantasy, and I went 2-80. So
Yeah.
Vanderbilt. Speaking of fantasy, I think the guy who ended up winning it had Diego Pavia. My God, great game. I wish I was still out in Tennessee for this one because I know
Yes.
that the whole talk of the town was definitely on this game. The Vols lose. This was a closer game than the score really indicates. It opened up towards the end because of Diego. Was it ever a doubt? Vandy money line. Come on.
Yeah, Vandy money line, but I bet the over, and that was never a doubt either. I mean, this
Yeah.
from the start, but it was a fun game to watch. I don't know if you saw Pavia's brother got arrested.
Yeah, and his dad, right? Yeah.
Apparently, yeah, but second game he's been arrested at this year for public intoxication.
Hey man,
Pavia
they're
don't
trying to
care.
bring it in.
He's on the IG live in the locker room celebrating. But first time these teams have ever played where both teams are ranked. And Tennessee, they don't ever lose to Vanderbilt. So huge win for Vandy. Another team that's on the outside looking in for the college football playoff, which is crazy. They've only lost 2 games, and they were to I know
Well,
they lost to
what was Tennessee ranked? Because now they're out, right? But they were like
yeah, this was
20th, right?
Tennessee's 4th loss, I believe.
So they're out for sure. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the standings are. I mean, like USC in my opinion, but they got 3 losses. So you're kicking out all the 3-loss teams, huh? Except Texas, arguably, because of the gauntlet of the schedule.
That's the thing. And then the next game on the list here, SMU Cal. So SMU was slated to go to the ACC championship, and they go and lose to Cal. So now it's Duke versus Virginia. If Duke wins, the rule says the top 5 highest ranked conference championship winners make the playoff. Well, in this situation, there's 2 power G6 conference or whatever
Yeah.
teams that are ranked higher than Duke. So there's a world where the ACC doesn't get a team in the playoff, which is pretty crazy to think about. Yeah, SMU 35, Cal 38. Cal fired their coach before this game. Like I said, SMU just had to win to get in the championship. I had a 14-team parlay on Saturday that came down to this game, last leg, and it lost thanks to SMU. So you really hate to see it. I don't know how you lose that game. That's an unacceptable loss.
Miami's will probably still be in.
But they're not the conference. They're not going to win that conference.
Yeah, but you still got to throw them in there. Carson Beck and the boys. They got a big dub at Pittsburgh. They blew them out.
They're also on the outside looking in because there's BYU who's ahead of them, who's 11-1. It's crazy. The whole The whole football ranking thing is crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of ACC, Georgia Tech loses to Georgia. Low key, closer of a game. Spread was 16.5. You know, my
Yeah.
Georgia Tech, I've been on them since fucking early September. Um, yeah, man, they covered the spread. Georgia catches a big dub there. Georgia's another team that's like you don't really want to play, in my opinion, unless you're like Texas again. I don't know. It's just fucking it's madness, dude. It's gonna be honestly, you could still be betting right now, and like, what are the odds? Let me pull up the odds here because you got to figure Ohio State's gonna be the favorite. Indiana's probably second favorite,
Yeah,
right?
Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia.
Texas A&M even after that loss though.
Unless this isn't updated. This is not updated after this week that I'm looking at.
And now the Lakers are losing too, dude. I'm gonna throw up, bro. I'm fucking sick to my tummy. Hold on, let me look at
I bet
futures
you
here.
without
Ohio
looking at
State plus
Ohio State.
155, Indiana plus 460,
Where's Georgia? They got to
Georgia
be. Yep.
plus 800, Notre Dame plus 1,000, Oregon plus 1,000, Texas Tech plus 1,100. No fucking way. A&M plus 1,200. Interesting. Bama 1,400. Ole Miss. This is so fucked up. Plus 2,700. Oklahoma plus 5,500. My boys, North Texas, Dante. Christ. Texas plus 60,000. My God. Put a fiver. Put a fucking fiver. Duke plus a bazillion. Vandy plus a million. My God, dude. Could you even imagine if Vandy and Ohio State
So
play?
did you say Notre Dame is the fourth best odds?
Fifth, yeah, behind Joe. Oh, yeah,
And
fourth best.
they're not
Because
even a
they're going to
lock to
make it
make
for
it
sure.
because Miami beat them. So how are you going to put Notre Dame in over Miami?
They just always get in, bro. Come on.
I
You
know.
know
I
that.
like Notre Dame. I'm just saying. It's crazy.
Couple coaching. This one, literally, I almost fell off my chair. Lane Kiffin. Okay, I wanted to bring this up to you. You obviously know a little bit more about it than me. Why in the world do they have to make decisions so fucking early? Why can't they give them a month?
So
Like,
here's the problem. The college football schedule, calendar wise, is all messed up. So the reason they got to make these moves now is because National Signing Day is coming up this week. So all the recruits are going to be signing, and these are the recruits that are like going to open and roll and come to school in January. Like these are the big ones right here. So that's the problem. Is how are you supposed to be like, oh well, we're getting Lane Kiffin. Yeah, we know he hasn't signed yet. So the whole schedule is messed up. They need to like college football. They need to change the way they do things because now you got kids hopping in the transfer portal.
right.
And then these teams are still trying to recruit them while they're also getting ready for a playoff game. It just makes no sense.
I feel bad for the Ole Miss situation, though, because it's like they're one of the, what are they ranked? Fifth? Sixth?
Yeah, they are.
You
Well, they're
know?
seventh, but they'll go up.
Right. I mean, it's a team fighting for its life. Plus, their one loss was a great game at Georgia.
Yeah, could
Fucking
have easily won.
yeah, they definitely could have won that game. So I'm over here thinking like Lane Kiffin's got this team figured out. They're rolling, potentially making a move, to win it, not only to make it. So it's just I feel bad for those kids out there too, man, because they're left hanging, dude, which is shitty. Then the way they did it too, right? They didn't even let them go in and talk to the players,
Yeah.
right?
So on Sunday, I was glued to my phone. I've been following this for like a week, dude, just because it's like this is like Real Housewives of Lane Kiffin over here. I mean, he loves the drama too, but so he said that up until 8:30 Sunday morning, he thought that they agreed he was going to leave, but they were going to let him coach the team until the end of
Yeah,
the season. And
I
basically,
saw
what
that.
happened is the athletic director was like, "Listen, dude, if I let you coach and I know you're leaving, these fans are going to kill me, literally kill me." So he's just like he could not do it at the end of the day. Well, then the problem is Lane's like, "Well, I'm taking some of these staff guys with me." So and they're like, "Well, if you're leaving, you can't coach," basically, which is I understand, but at the same time, can't you just be grateful for the 6 years he gave you? Look where Ole Miss was at before he got there,
True.
And
True.
if you're an Ole Miss person, you got to be realistic with yourself. LSU is one of the best jobs in college football. I mean, they're just there's just tiers to this stuff, and they're in the next tier, so you can't be upset with Lane for leaving. But it's SEC. He said that he was driving to the airport from in Mississippi, and there's literally cars trying to swerve into the police escort and knock him off the road because
because they were like,
yeah,
stay.
yeah, or they were so pissed he was leaving. But I don't know. I mean,
Would you have let him stay and coach? I see. In my opinion, it's like, all right, we get it. You know, you're making more money. First off, it's like I gotta respect the coin as well, but
right,
make sure you give me your all. That's why we were talking about the calendar's fucked up because he's got to go to work, bro. Like he's got to like immediately start recruiting, working on
right.
transfers. So it's shitty. You're right. The calendar's all fucked up, but I just feel bad for Ole Miss situation. I mean, what are they? How do you even bet on them? You know, how do you know who's going to show up? That poor kid, is that D2 transfer going to go over to LSU next year too?
Shambless, yeah. So they promoted the defensive coordinator Pete Golding to the head coach and permanent, so he'll be the head coach next year too. But
Oh, really?
I mean, honestly, I would have let Lane coach. I think I would have just because it's like, what do you have to lose? He's already leaving, and he's
It
already
gives you the
saying
best
anything
chance
he
of
wants.
winning. I don't care what
Yeah,
anybody says. It gives you the best chance of winning because you're right. You got all the staff members too,
yeah,
players. You could probably, if Lane Kiffin, you know, I would assume he'd try to spin it and be like, all right, obviously we heard the news, but I'm gonna give you guys my all for the next month. Let's go fucking win it. And
yeah,
I would, if I was a player at Ole Miss, I'd be like, hey, I get it. I would do the same fucking thing, you know, like I would go to fucking North Carolina State if they paid me fucking 4 million, you know. So it's
right.
like I wouldn't judge him off of something that these players are doing continuously. Look at Tennessee's fucking quarterback last year, that bozo. So it's like it's a business in a way, but it's also like let them. Yeah, I wouldn't have done what Ole Miss did because now they're fucked. I mean, they're gonna be fucked next year too for sure. But
And the
you
thing is,
still
like,
had this year.
yeah, they're like, oh well, we'll be back next year. It's like I don't know if you will because Lane's going to take some recruits. He's going to take
Yeah.
some guys in the transfer portal. And honestly, this coach that they promoted, there's no way he's as good as a coach. So I think Ole Miss is kind of blowing their shot due to some ego a little bit here. I mean, I understand. Trust me, I understand business, and it would be really weird. They probably had to do that. I think they made the right choice, but I would have let Lane coach.
Should have let him stay, but you're right, dude. They probably would have fucking threw up on the AD. I get it, but yeah, just shitty. Another coaching one. This one hits home here. Pat Fitzgerald signs with Sparty. They fired the. Help me out. I'm blanking. They just fired him.
Jonathan Smith, he was from Oregon State. They fired him.
Fired his ass, which I don't blame him because the Mel Tucker situation was so sticky and ugly, dude, that this guy kind of came in. He had a shitty deal set up. Uh, okay, he does okay, you know, but never made a bowl game.
I think Smarty was smart because they basically had Fitzgerald locked up before they fired the coach. So,
Mhm.
Penn State's got no idea what they're doing right now.
Penn
Sparty was
State.
like, let's they don't. And Sparty's like, okay, well, we'll go get our guy. And if we can get him, then we'll fire our coach. It was like we have to clearly be upgrading to make a move. So, I mean, this could be a good move. Fitzgerald, if you remember, he got fired from Northwestern. There was some, culture and hazing and some stuff like that actually I think he won a lawsuit proving he was
That he was
he
innocent.
yeah, in a wrongful termination. So that's a good hire. People are saying that might actually be the hire this cycle. So something to keep your eye on. But I did see their best wide receiver. Is it Nash or the Michigan State's best wide receiver just hit the transfer portal today though. So it's that season already where all the guys are leaving.
I know it's fucking gonna be hard to keep up. I'm gonna need help with fantasy football for sure.
Do you want me to run through these coach hires real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say Kentucky, Auburn, Arkansas, UCLA, Penn State.
Yep. So Kentucky's hiring Oregon offensive coordinator Will Stein. They fired was it Bob Stoops or Mark Stoops? One of the Stoops
Yeah,
there forever.
that's a good
UCLA,
hire, sneaky hire.
sneaky hire for sure. UCLA is expected to hire JMU head coach Bob Chesney, so he's kind of following that Signetti footsteps there. Florida hires Tulane head coach John Summerall. That was kind of like everyone knew he was going to one of these SEC schools. Florida fans are
Definitely
not
ain't no
happy about
Tulane.
it. They're protesting the hire. They don't like it
Are they?
because Napier was like Louisiana guy, coached at a small school, boom, hired to Florida, and they just did the exact same thing. So
Yeah,
Auburn hires USF head coach Alex Golsh. So this is the dude that was with Tennessee when they were like setting all his passing records, and he's been at USF last few years.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas is hiring Memphis head coach Ryan Silverfield. This is one that a lot of people are upset about in Arkansas. The fans are riding over that one too. So, and then Oklahoma State hired your guy Eric Morris from North Texas. So, North Texas, and apparently he's bringing the QB with them. It sounds like they're going to finish off their season at North Texas and then bounce to OK State.
Okay, remind me next year to be on OK State, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay.
North Tech, but my boys from North Texas they're still thinking that they could win the championship, and I don't blame them. They're elite.
They never say never. And then Penn State apparently has an offer out to the BYU head coach.
Ooh.
The BYU people are like literally going to the Mormon church to like get money to match the offer, and so he can stay. And then apparently like all Penn State's options have been taken, and it's just like a mess. They have no idea what they're doing.
Penn State doesn't?
Yeah,
that was a horrible hire. I knew when I watched that Franklin go on, was it game day? The next
the next
3 days
day,
later.
literally.
Yeah. I was like, yep, they're gonna regret this, dude, because this guy's good. Where's he at?
He's at Virginia Tech. And he hosted Penn State's top 5 recruits to a visit at Virginia Tech. And then the Virginia Tech like recruiting class is already decommitting because there's so many higher ranked recruits coming in. Yeah. So he's gonna flip them around really quickly, I think, over there.
I actually drove past Virginia Tech out in District of Columbia, Virginia. Yeah, I drove past. I was like, holy fuck. This is where Michael Vick was fucking tearing it up.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Franklin. I'm like, interesting. Not a bad spot. Not a bad spot over there on the East Coast. Anything else? College football. You got games this weekend that you're going to be sweating, or championship week's next week, right?
Yeah, weekend's championship weekend. So we can give our picks Wednesday, but just so you know the games, North Texas,
Tulane. I mean,
winner goes to the playoff pretty much of that game.
Come on. Who do we got?
That's huge right there. We have
BYU, Boise State.
UNLV, Boise State. But this one was messed up. New Mexico, and San Diego State had better record than Boise State, but the Mountain West does some like computer bullshit to decide their 2 teams, and Boise State ended up winning based off the algorithm, even though they New Mexico should have been in over them. So people are very upset about that one right there.
What about BYU, Texas Tech?
Another one where BYU's like on the outside looking in. They're a 1-loss team, and no one's giving them a shot to play off. So this will be I think Texas Tech's going to wipe the floor with them, but we'll see.
Georgia, Bama.
Oof, what a game. No way Georgia loses again, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Whoever wins never loses the second one. Yeah. Indiana, Ohio State.
That's another good one, but how could you bet against Ohio State?
I know. This is like the cheapest that you'll find them too. 4.5 point spread. I'm all over that. Indiana ain't got nothing on them. I will say it'd be interesting to see how much they really show each other, though. You know what I'm saying? But you want to win the Big Ten championship. You don't want to not win that.
Do you think they should take these conference championship games away and just be like, all right, you finished the regular season ahead in the standings, you're the champion? I think there's too many games. It's kind of like college basketball, in my opinion, where it's like you could be the outright Big Ten winner, and then you could win the Big Ten tournament. But at least in college basketball, everyone's got a shot. Like Wyoming could show up last place in the Mountain West, and they have a shot. But what's the point of Ohio State and Indiana playing when they're both making the playoff?
Yeah, no. I mean, because I think it has a lot riding on it, right? If BYU wins, in my opinion, Texas Tech is out.
But the thing is, the college football committee said they're not going to penalize a team for losing in the college football in their conference championship.
Oh, did they say that? Then yes, you're right. They should.
Yeah. So and like Duke, Virginia is another one. So if Duke wins that game, are they still going to let Virginia, a 3-loss team, in the playoff? It just makes no sense. And Duke's not getting in. They're 7-5.
Right. Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. But I just think they make so much fucking money off these bowl games too, bro.
That's what it really is, yes.
Be honest, like, what does it come down to? Oh, the Big Ten championship? Come on. There's going to be 100,000 there, wherever they fucking have it. Is it in Indiana?
Yeah, I think it's at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Oh, the Colts. Let me see. I don't think you know that. I'm pulling it up. Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Where's the Big 12 at?
Um, that might be in
Arlington,
Dallas
Texas.
or Arlington. Yeah,
And then the SEC's at the Atlanta Dome, right?
Mercedes Benz.
Mercedes Benz. Yep.
Yes,
Uh oh my god, dude, North Texas. That just might be the biggest Trillo bets bet of all time. What time is that?
that's
6
Friday.
p.m. Friday night. Okay, we might have to do a live for show on TikTok Friday. Just I might have to fucking go buy a North Texas shirt somewhere and just put all the coin that they've given me this year. I'll write on them and then just double it. Wanted to talk a little college basketball with you, if you have a minute.
Yes, I've
Uh,
been watching a lot of ball.
I've I this is gonna be sick for me to say. I think Michigan could be the best team in the country right now. I know Arizona caught an L to who they just lose to? Duke?
Did
Yes,
they?
Duke. But dude, Michigan beat Gonzaga by 30. Then they absolutely steamroll. Fucking oh my god, dude. Oh my god, bro. Who fucking Auburn? Watch both those games. Michigan is elite, bro. Sparty's going to have a tough time with them. However, Sparty beats North Carolina. Cohen Carr is legitimately the best player to watch in college basketball. Dante, how's your Wyoming boys doing up there?
They're looking really good. They your biggest fraud team, Texas Tech, they played them over the weekend and Wyoming lost by 4 points. They were a 16-point underdog.
Told you.
So they've one loss on the season and they're about to crack the top 100 in the Ken Palm. They're looking good. They beat
Ooh.
they beat Denver by 50 points, beat them out of the gym, and Denver just beat CSU. So
Yeah, Denver shouldn't be as bad, is what I heard. Florida caught an L to TCU. That
tell you
fucking
what,
killed me. I remember that.
Florida is dead to me.
Wow.
They've lost 2 games. They should not be losing. I mean, they've
I
lost to TCU, bro, and then they lose to Arizona. Okay, opening night, but you're gonna lose to TCU? Come on.
Come on. Big game tomorrow. Michigan State plays Iowa, two undefeated teams. Sparty,
Michigan.
6.5.
When is that? Michigan State. That's gonna be a must watch
Well,
game.
there's a couple games tomorrow, dude. Oh, fuck me. There's a couple games tomorrow that I'll definitely be glued on. So we got Sparty at Iowa, Sparty. You got
Ooh, you know Sparty
Flor-
plays Duke this weekend.
Florida plays Duke, Purdue, Rutgers. But you got UConn versus Kansas. Kansas is stud point guard, who Bill Self said's the best coach, their best player he's ever coached. That kid is out. So UConn's looking good there. North Carolina, Kentucky, USC, Oregon. Everybody says that fucking Oregon's sneaky. I'm not seeing that from them.
They're a veteran team. I think that's why a lot of people say that.
Um,
Oh,
you
Iowa
got
undefeated versus Sparty. I never.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's gonna be must watch TV. Gonzaga at Kentucky Friday, and then Saturday. Buckle up, 10 a.m. Duke, Michigan State. 4
Where's that
versus the
at?
7.
Is that like a tournament game or is that?
This should be in East Lansing. It is. That's going to be madness
Ooh,
there. That's going to be whoever's wins that is moving up to the 4th spot. Iowa State also Saturday plays Purdue. Great test. Iowa State's always got a good little team. Other than that, yeah, must watch TV tomorrow. Fucking Iowa always plays Michigan State tough, but Sparty's looking good, man. Sparty's looking
um,
good.
tell you who's been surprising me is Vanderbilt 8-0, up in like the top 20 and top 15 in the rankings. So I've never seen them that good. That was kind of surprising me. I've had eyes on them a couple times because I bet on them. They've been looking good. So keep an eye on
Vanderbilt.
Vandy. Yep.
Pavia just turned that whole fucking
Yep.
campus around, huh? And Stowers. Did you
You
met
know who else is doing good is CU. They're looking really good too. I think they play CSU this weekend. So a little Rocky
easy
Mountain
dub.
showdown. Yep.
Should be an easy dub. We'll have to go get boots on ground there. I don't mind a CU game. They're actually fun over there.
Yeah.
Other than that, Avs they haven't even lost yet, have they? Quick recap: NHL
They
Avs.
lost. They lost this weekend in overtime again to the Wild.
So they
So
haven't lost in regulation still.
it was a shootout again.
One
Yeah,
time.
not one time yet.
18, 1 and 6 tomorrow. They're minus 325.
Who they who they
Nuggets.
play tomorrow?
Yeah. Fuck, I was just reading it. They play, sorry, the Canucks. Ev and I always call them the Canucks. NBA, Nuggets. Well, I did want to say too, uh, it looks like OKC is just fucking dominating again. 20-1. Nuggets 14-6. A little bit of a cold streak. We kind of talked about it. A little banged up here. Hopefully they can get it figured out. 4 straight home games they've lost. That is fucking interesting because they've won all the away games in this stretch. Maybe Jokic is really tired of playing at home. I saw somebody ask him a stupid question and he was all mad. Oh, it was like fucking, hey, what are you thankful for? And he's like, he got all mad.
Around, was it a Thanksgiving question?
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? Come on, guys. Come on. No time. Yep, Nuggets lost by 10. Shout out to them for fucking the parlay. Anyways, shout out to Trevion Henderson for really cucking the parlay tonight as well. Shout out to the Canucks. Shout out to Ev. Shout out to Young Ho Koo. Be really interested to see if he has a job tomorrow. Dante, shout out to Gino, poor guy on his Falcons. Shout out to Travis Etienne and Stephon Diggs for making my team lose in fantasy. Other shout outs.
Big shout out. Big shout out to the Wyoming Cowboys and the CU Buffs. We don't have to watch them anymore this season. Wyoming got boat raced in Hawaii, and then CU actually shout out to them. They covered the spread. I got to hit on them. I got to bet on them one last time and get a win. So I knew they would win, but they did cover in a snowy game. Coach Prime said he's firing everyone and they're going to rebuild. But yeah, no, we're in the playoffs postseason. No more regular college football. So
I know it sucks, dude, but it's almost over. Yeah. CU is Prime staying?
He's staying. He won't leave, and they won't fire him. I mean, he had one bad year, so people need to quit. But apparently, they interviewed 3 offensive coordinators over the weekend. They're bringing back the defensive coordinator. Marshall Falk got hired on to be a head coach at a school, and he's taken a lot of staff with him allegedly. So, sounds like CU is going to kind of rebuild. I'm nervous though. They got commits. You're decommitting, and it's just Dion saying that they need more money because they can't compete in the NIL. It's just a tough look. I mean, they've got.
Let's just pray to God we don't get the notification that Juju opts out within the next couple of weeks, because that would literally kick you in the nuts.
And the other one to watch is Jordan Seaton. He didn't play the last three or 4 games of the year, so people are speculating there. Funny thing is the Wyoming coach comes up and he's like, man, if we had $2 million, we could win a lot of games. And it's like some of these quarterbacks are getting paid $8 million. So it just tells you like the difference in college football between the haves and the have-nots.
Well, and like North Texas, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Vandy's not getting as much as fucking Tennessee. I mean, let's just call a spade, right?
Wyoming averaged 16 points a game, 131st ranked offense in all of college football. So
how many teams are there?
There's 134 or 136.
Your boys. What was their record? Their final record?
4-7.
4-7. Not bad. Not bowl game eligible.
Or
if they would have made a bowl game, would you have gone?
They would have been in the Snoop Dogg Bowl in Arizona, probably, or the Idaho Bowl. So probably not.
No, not trying to go to Idaho, the land of the potatoes.
I did want to go when they were playing in the Barstool Bowl a couple years ago, but that's when they were. Dude, they are hard to watch. The game this weekend was literally only on your phone. You could watch it because it was on like Honolulu Sports Network.
Oh yeah,
and it's like when you're in a hotel and you're watching all the local commercials just dying. So
yeah,
it's like midnight and I'm watching Wyoming. They scored 7 points and it was a pick 6. So
the offense didn't get it done again.
The offense has scored less than 20 total points in their last 4 games combined.
Hey,
that's bad.
Not a good statistic to have.
No,
not a good statistic to have. Other than that, what else we got? I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, that wraps it up. Ev will be back Wednesday.
Ev's back Wednesday.
One game suspension for his Twitter fingers.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to that bozo Benjamin Albright too, huh?
Yes, coming at the crew.
Coming at the crew. Come on, guy. we're all on the same page here, right? We're all on the
Go
same team.
go Broncos, right?
Go Broncos, baby. Yep. Shout out to Nick Benito. My God, I almost pissed myself
How were the real
in
quick, how were the
Washington.
fans when you were leaving, like, the Commanders fans? Were they like
Super humble. They're actually
yeah,
really humble. Like, I was kind of, I never like to really talk to them because I don't like when they talk to me, like at a Bronco game. Like, I ain't trying to listen to a Cowboys fan. Like, I ain't trying to do it. These
right,
are my season tickets. So I don't really like press it. But if they're like, I was like, I'm pretty, I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty funny. I'm like, oh, fuck, there's Riley Moss right there. Toast, boop,
right.
toast. And the guy's like, oh, you called that. Just like I was texting you guys. And he's like, yeah, that guy's not very good, is he? I'm like, he's fucking horrible. We'll trade him for Debo right now. And he's like, oh, fuck, like shooting the shit. But I was talking to one guy and he's like, it sucks, man. We were all excited, but like, he's like, we'll be back next year. I think we'll be all right, because I mean, they just live and die by Jaden Daniels. I was like, do you want Dan Quinn back? They're like, yeah, for at least another year. But like, if Jaden gets hurt again, then it's like we kind of look like Minnesota. They were like saying Jaden can't run and stuff, but then his buddy was like, if he doesn't run like that, it literally takes away like 50% of what he does really well. Like he's a great thrower, great passer, but he's accurate. But if he's not able to run and be mobile, like it takes away kind of like what they need him to do as well.
Right.
So and then he said that the offensive line is horrible. So that's what they want is like to upgrade the offensive line. Um, like maybe let go of some of the older people.
Did
But
did you see that clip of Von Miller talking where he said that he called George Payton and, like,
yeah,
tried to come back, and then
he
he's
wasn't
like
gonna play
yeah,
was the
he's
problem.
like, "Dude, we got 4 pass rushers that are just as good as you are currently."
Yeah,
So it's
yeah. Well, and he ended up making a little bit more money too. But yeah, I did hear about that this weekend because there's the Commanders fans that was like, we don't even want him. Like I don't know why we should have, because they were saying they should have traded at the deadline. Ertz, like we love
oh,
him.
just tank on the season, all these veterans.
Yep. Trade these vets, go get some picks, spend it on the offensive line. That's kind of like what they were saying out there, which I would agree I would agree with that as
'Cause
well. But
they
they're
have
like,
Bobby Wagner.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing too, is he played at an elite level. I was watching him fucking down there
Yeah.
just throwing Harvey around. The Bo Nix pick, which I would have caught that shit too, but I mean,
How
still
how
playing
much
at
were
an
you
elite level.
sweating on that 2-point conversion?
Well, dude, the worst part is I knew they were going for two. Like I knew that they were gonna I didn't
Yeah.
know I knew they were gonna score for some reason. Well,
I
I
mean,
was
they
like,
scored
fuck.
twice. One got called back, right?
I know. Yeah. I kind of had a feeling like, oh fuck, dude. Like they might score. No, I was like, if they do score, they're gonna go for two. Like
Right.
if that was the whole, I never had a doubt that they were gonna go for two. Wasn't surprised at all. Plus, it's Dan Quinn. Their season, if their season wasn't like necessarily on the line, well, it wasn't, but they're technically not eliminated from the playoffs too. One of them was telling me, one of the fans. But if they're like fighting for the top of their division, they might have kicked the PAT. But if you have Jaden Daniels, I probably would have went for two as well. I didn't think Mariota played horrible. I mean, like dead serious from the Vikings, I'm probably calling them. But
Yeah, I mean,
Commanders fans weren't that bad though. I will
he
say
didn't
in
play
general.
horrible, that's for sure.
No, in
But
general, consensus of Commander fans, pretty cool. They were really talking shit about the Wizards. They were like, we don't even watch that shit. Nobody does. They're like, if anybody ever asks you to go to a Wizards game, they're trying to make fun of you in some way. I'm like,
and
damn.
you're low key a little Commanders fan because you got Debo and Jaden Daniels. Those are your guys.
Well,
Debo
dude,
had a nice game.
I was telling these guys at the tailgate, I'm like, bro, I can't even say that I hate the Commanders or whatever because they won me my fantasy league last year.
Right.
Fucking Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry. And I like Scary Terry. I like Debo. I mean, they they got to invest in the offensive line, is my opinion. Maybe get some younger pieces on that defense. But there was also a shit ton of Bronco fans, and tickets weren't crazy expensive. So I think a lot of them were like, once Jaden got hurt, they're like, fuck it. We're not watching this shit.
Right.
Which is fucked up because I didn't think Mariota played bad or plays that bad. It's just like,
No, he played good, but people on Twitter were saying that he's like, oh, he balled out. He had a pick and he had a 56% completion rating. So he didn't ball
yeah,
out. I mean, he played
no.
good enough to I mean, that's a good Denver defense, and they looked decent against him with
They
no help.
definitely showed up, which I respect. Like, like they showed up.
Yeah,
Fucking fireworks were going on.
you think it was them
It
showing
was
up?
cool.
I expected more of Denver coming off the bye too. That was a little disappointing.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, man. It just felt like we were never gonna lose that game, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, I agree. It was that's how bro like kind of like that Raiders Thursday night game. It was close. They showed up, but it was like, yeah, we're not gonna lose.
Right.
That was the same
Yeah.
vibe I had.
Yeah. Was thinking about possibly sneaking off to Vegas. I love doing that shit this weekend, but I don't know. We'll see. A lot of moving logistics to get that done. And those tickets are fucking crazy expensive, bro. Like Commanders, I bought 3 of them, $80 a pop in really nice seats. Fucking should have waited though, because I checked like 10 minutes before we walked in, $25 in the same section. I was like, damn it.
Yeah,
But
that's the gamble. How much is a
yeah,
ticket in Vegas? I mean, you're talking
300,
$300 for the
350
nosebleeds.
each. 350 each, and you're up there. Yeah. So everybody's like, oh, there's not a bad seat in that stadium. But it's like, well, fuck, dude. I'm not gonna go pay, $1,000 for three tickets and then argue with some Raiders fans because they will be arrogant. They will be disrespectful. I can't say that about the Commanders fans. Big shout out to them. You know, I mean, we'll see. We'll see about the Broncos. I just still crack myself up about the Jags too, man. And I told you guys the whole fucking time. Did you say Jags were in that division or did you say Colts? You said Colts,
No, I
right?
liked I was with you at the Jags.
Jags? Yeah. And Trevor Lawrence just keeps doing bozo shit week in and week out, catching dubs. Oh, I did start Brendan Strange in fantasy too. Big brain.
Seahawks defense was single-handedly winning people games in fantasy this week. They
In
had
DFS.
almost 40 points.
I had another fantasy in FanDuel. I'll have to send it to you guys, dude. I I thought I was like, you know how I get, bro. Big brain. Like, oh God, I'm really smart. Um, it was fucking one of the lowest scoring ones. I mean, dude, this could potentially have taken last place. Let me see this here, dude. My entries. I think I had Cam Ward. Nope. Sam Darnold, 3 points. Tony Pollard, 4 points. DK, minus points. And Jigba, 3 points. Browns defense, 1 point. I mean, that's literally 50% of my team. Oh, Coleman, he had a touch. He had one reception for a touchdown. Thank God. Yeah, your boy's just not hitting on FanDuel. We gotta cook up some DFSs, Dante.
Yeah, need some wins. Tough. I think I've lost 5 parlays in a row by the last leg, so I'm due.
Why don't you start doing round robins?
Yeah, I mean I
Maybe we'll
should.
cook up round robins for this weekend. You got to put your nut down a little bit more, but like if you win 4 out of 5 legs, you
Right,
win more than your bet. Like if you substantially more. But if you do go 5 of 5, you kind of feel like an asshole. But
right.
if you go 3 out of 5, you win like some of your coin back. I'll teach you how to do it. We'll pop one this weekend. All right. Chilla Bet's got to go 9-9. We'll see you guys Wednesday for the 100th episode of Crew Talk Sports. Appreciate you guys. Go like and subscribe on the YouTube. Por favor. TikTok, hopefully by Wednesday, if Dante could figure it out. Our producer, Dante, as always. We will be seeing you Wednesday. Have a good day at work tomorrow, Wednesday. Sparty tomorrow.